Alright, so the international break is up. We're all ready to get going again for a few more game weeks in the Premier League. Matchday 8 on the way this weekend. 10 games, Saturday, all the way to Monday. Let's have a look at them. Let's try and predict them. Here are the 5 matches that you should be looking out for this weekend in the Premier League. And we'll start with the early kickoff as we usually do in the Saturday lunchtime. Tottenham Hotspur against West Ham United at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. How do I see this one going? Spurs were in excellent form. They won every single match after their North London derby defeat against bitter rivals Arsenal, but they blew a 2-goal lead against Brighton and Hove Albion, very much to send them into the annual break on a downward trajectory. However, West Ham, on the other hand, were the exact opposite. They've been in very poor form so far this season, but they managed to get their first home victory of the season, and a very encouraging one as well, against an Ipswich Town side that has caused problems for sides that you would expect them not to do particularly well at. Still though, the table doesn't really lie. There's only 2 points between these two sides, interestingly, right now. West Ham only that one victory in the last 5 games. Tottenham are above Tottenham in the table, which is something itself is unbelievable, really, when you think about it. But I would still expect Spurs to do better in this one. I feel like it'll be quite a tight game though. And I'm going to go for my favourite scoreline straight away, the first one. I'm going to go for Tottenham to win this one 2-1. I think it's going to be a very tight match, very awkward one for Spurs, but I see them getting the job done, to be honest. Next up, I'm going to go to one of these Saturday 3 o'clock games, and that is Ipswich Town against Everton. Very much a basement battle in the Premier League, this one. Everton they're unbeaten in 3. Let's take some positives there. Ipswich Town, they haven't won all season. Of course, only one side from the 3 that have come up from the Championship have managed to win a game this season so far, and that is Leicester. More on them soon. But let's focus on Ipswich. This is a really tough one to predict, Everton have been better recently, but I still don't think they're very good, to be honest. They're a poor side, really. That victory coming against Crystal Palace, they look very much second best against Newcastle as well. I feel like they'll be coming back down to earth with this one. I'm going to go for Ipswich Town to win, and I'm going to go for another favourite scoreline, 2-1 to the Tractor Boys. I'm going for them for the first victory in the league this season. Next up, another 3 o'clock game on Saturday. We've got Fulham against Aston Villa. Aston Villa very much meeting expectations this season with another excellent start to the campaign. Fulham very much surpassing expectations. They are not that far behind Aston Villa, only 3 points from the table behind their opponents on Saturday. Villa all the way up in 5th, Fulham in 8th. How do I see this one going? Fulham only narrowly missed out on a point, really, to Manchester City away from home. Villa have been good. You know what? I'm going to go for a draw in this one. I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to go for an entertaining draw, though. I'm going to go for... No, not 2-2. I'm going to go for a 1-0 draw. Not going to go for Desmond on this one. Next up, another 3 o'clock game. A lot of 3 o'clock games are really fascinating. 2 of the promoted sides from last season. Southampton against Leicester City. Leicester, of course, picking up their first win of the season against Bournemouth just before the international break. Southampton still winless on 1 point this season so far. The pressure is mounting on their manager. Some people calling for his head. To be honest with you, I just think they're not really good enough on the whole. Of course, Southampton fans will still have a flashback to that night when they lost. I think it was 9-0 at St Mary's to Leicester. Leicester are not the same force that they once were, but I'm going to go for Leicester to win this one. I'm going to go for a relatively comfortable win as well. I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory to the Foxes on this. I feel like they've got a bit of momentum after their victory before the international break, and Southampton are just on a downward spiral right now. And the final game I'm going to highlight is Liverpool against Chelsea, the Sunday late kickoff, 4:30 p.m. kickoff at Anfield. Liverpool will be without Alisson, as I've already covered it in a video recently as well. They'll be out without him for 6 weeks at least, so that means they're going to have Kelleher in goal. But will that make a difference on the day? No. I am not going to go for a different. I'm still going to go for Liverpool winning this one. A tight win, a narrow win. It's not going to be my favourite scoreline. It's going to be a 3-2. I think it's going to be a very entertaining match between these two. I can see Chelsea getting something out of this, but I still think, even with how well they've been doing under Maresca, I still feel like they're going to probably struggle to get definitely struggle to get all 3 points at Anfield, even to get a draw, to be honest. But yeah, there we go, guys. Those are the 5 matches I'm going to be looking out for this weekend in the Premier League. Which ones are you looking out for the most? most going into these games. And how glad are you that the international break is over? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, we'll see you very soon for some more Premier League action right here on thefootballchronicle.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell as well. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you very soon.